The Dead Rising franchise is one of my all-time favorites. I remember playing Dead Rising 2 as a child and beating it countless times, so here I am back to playing Dead Rising 1 for a video. Today's challenge: can I beat Dead Rising 1 with only guns? With a game that has a mannequin torso as one of the best weapons you can get, can we go back to basic zombie survival skills and beat overtime mode? Let's find out. We take a ride on a whirly-bird and fly over the city of Willamette. Here we take pictures to get some early PP points. It's not funny. Notable sights being the brutality of survivors getting killed and the gas station explosion. We land on top of Willamette, and we have 3 days to get the scoop before the helicopter comes back for us. We meet a mystery man who is suspiciously vague on what's going on. Telling us to see for ourselves, we head down to the mall's entrance. Before meeting the other survivors, we need to look presentable, so we dress to impress and head to the entrance. We spot a mystery-looking woman before getting interrupted by some old man. Willamette's been overrun with zombies, and the survivors inside the mall are barricading the place up for protection. This isn't gonna last. Before helping, I go around taking pictures of the other survivors as well as the few PP stickers that are around the mall. We meet another mystery man. God, does everyone here need to be shrouded in secrecy? God damn. All this gets me to level 5 before the main game starts, so that's cool. The old lady summons her super strength to push people off of her and lets the zombies in trying to save her dog. I said it wasn't gonna last. The zombies flood the mall and we can pick up our first weapon, the shotgun, before making it up to the security room. We meet Brad, Otis, and Jesse as the only survivors that made it back into the safe room. Otis seals off the door, Brad has the Chuck Green spirit and goes through the air duct to get back out into the mall, and Jesse, well, she sits around. We can finally head off and start the game. Otis gives us a transceiver and a map, and we can head outside. Outside, for the first time since the helicopter, we meet 2 survivors, Natalie and Jeff, and rescue them for some easy PP. Level 9 before the first mission is a real nice sight to see. Right before heading into the mall, God, just let me go into the mall! Jessie sneaks up on us and tells us Brad's been attacked. So she gives us our second gun, and we finally go help out Brad. And in return, we can maybe know what's going on here. Finally in the mall. Before rescuing Brad, we can take a second to go around getting more PP stickers. We head through Leisure Park, and here we get the first scoop for Kent the Photographer, but I'm gonna save that one for later. I keep my eyes peeled for cop zombies, as some of them hold pistols we can use. Same with breaking trash cans, they can drop a few weapons and one of them is a pistol. In the food court we meet with Brad and the mystery man shoots at us. His name is Carlito Keys and he's the first psychopath battle of the game. We get a second pistol here for free that Brad just gives to us. Since he's the first boss, it's not too hard. We climb on top of the balcony and use the nearby cover to shoot at Carlito. Once he starts running, we can follow suit and pick up one of the new magazines added to the Luxury Master, the Gunslinger, which boosts damage of all firearms. Closing the distance on Carlito, the shotgun deals massive damage and he goes down. The food court has a lot of PP stickers on the store signs, so we can snap a picture of them all before heading through Alfresca Plaza. We team up with Brad here and he wants us to go back to the entrance plaza to find the mystery man that was behind the gate in the beginning. Here in Alfresca, we just follow Brad until we reach the door to the entrance plaza. Next to the fountain, however, there is 3 cops, each with guns, so we can grab those. Inside the fountain itself, we can also find a submachine gun, which I'm going to save for later. We overhear Brad and the mystery man talk and find out his name is Dr. Barnaby, but Brad isn't able to get him to come out. With case 1 finished, we have some time to kill before the next scoop. Up in the palm tree, there's another submachine gun, and shortly after, we get the next survivor scoop for 2 people barricaded up in Alfresca Plaza. We meet the man with the world's strongest skull and get the 2 to join up with us. We walk back to the security room to get them the safe with get the Queen cutscene, and get back to the security room. Here we meet up with Jessie and Brad again. Jessie tries reaching out for backup, but her signal is being blocked. A helicopter is coming in 3 days to pick us up, and we extend that offer to Brad and Jessie to use that chance to get Dr. Barnaby out of here safely. This completes Case 1, and we have a while until Case 2 starts. We head back out to the entrance plaza and talk with Kent and do his photo challenge. We get some bonus PP for that, and we wrap up the first part of his scoop rather quickly. We need to get an outtake photo, but that can wait for later. I wait until the convicts spawn, and I made the discovery we can constantly reload into Paradise Plaza until a cop spawns for another free handgun. At 18 o'clock, the convicts spawn and we face off against them until we realized we have yet to save, so head back into the bathroom, take a piss, and then face off against the convicts. We wait for them to get close and then use the submachine gun and shotgun to take them down one by one. The shotgun chunks away at their health bar and the submachine gun does constant damage. They go down very quickly and we are able to use the heavy machine gun off the back of the Jeep. Unfortunately, we weren't able to save Sophie as she dies pretty much as soon as the fight is over. We don't have a lot to do for a few hours. We have a survivor scoop, but she requires us to pick her up and carry her, and I don't want to get rid of my new fancy guns, so sorry. The clock strikes 7 and these zombies enrage. I'm currently waiting for another scoop to become active, so in the meantime, I head all the way back to the entrance plaza and find and rescue Bill. He got stuck behind some very light cardboard boxes and has no idea what's going on outside. Welcome to the club, pal. We take him back to the security room. Right after, I get the scoop I've been waiting for, Out of Control. If you've been wondering why I've wanted to haul this big ass gun around and haven't shot a single bullet out of it yet, this is why. We head into Wonderland Plaza, save, and then fight Adam the Clown. The heavy machine gun absolutely destroys Adam's health bar. Sure, he can block and stop taking damage, but we can just back off. He starts to blow up a balloon and we can instantly pop it, allowing us to stun him for the kill. No mini chainsaw for this run, sadly, but we can save Greg. Everyone loves Greg, especially when he knows a shortcut back to the security room. At this time, we also got the scoop for the Japanese tourists, so we rescued them too, at varying success. It's not time for Case 2 to start yet, so we have roughly 6 hours to kill, so we head off to go rescue a few survivors and stock up on guns. As it turns out, we can actually go to the same location for both. North Plaza has a current survivor scoop, as well as a hidden boss fight. In a secluded part of North Plaza, we have the gun store, and inside, the psychopath Cletus. He's a protective store owner, and we have a good old-fashioned shootout. The stands in the store are apparently bulletproof, so we can hide behind them and then just close the distance with our shotgun for massive damage. We finish him off with our pistol, and after he gets eaten, we can go back inside and stock up on guns. Multiple shotguns and snipers that are on the walls, as well as an unlimited supply of pistols for us. Further into the plaza, we meet David. His leg's messed up, so he can't walk. Luckily for him, we aren't carrying a heavy machine gun, so we can just walk him back to the safe house. Since it's day 2 now, the convicts respawn, but as we all know, the AI for them isn't that good, so it's a leisurely walk through the park. Whatever. We take the shortcut from Wonderland Plaza and head back to the safe room. We still have some time to kill, so we go get our outtake photo for Kent's challenge later, and kill time at the safe room. Case 2 finally starts. Mystery Man 1 is mystery napping Mystery Man 2. Brad goes after Carlito to rescue Barnaby, and we follow suit. Carlito pulled a TK and hung Dr. Barnaby from the edge, and starts sniping at us and Brad. This starts the second fight with Carlito, and well, the hunting rifle takes him out incredibly quickly. he just sits there and lets us shoot him in the head. Afterwards, Frank loses all firearm abilities and fails to kill Carlito. I'm sure this will have repercussions later. Brad's shot, so to finish up case 2, we need to get something for his wound. There's some medicine in the pharmacy inside Sean's food and stuff, so we're forced to head back out to North Plaza to get it. With another psychopath battle coming up, I go ahead and take on the convicts again. Running over to them takes longer than the actual fight. These shotguns melt each one of them as long as we can close the distance. Inside the supermarket, we run into Steven, who's mystery-napped Mystery Woman 2. The heavy machine gun turns him into a lead-riddled meat sack, so, not really a hard fight. Isabella freaks out at us, as any sane person would do, upon seeing me, and mentions a place called Santa Cabeza. It's not really anything important, so let's just head into the pharmacy and grab the medicine and leave. Right here, I got the scoop for the psychopath battle with Clint, so since I already got the heavy machine gun, I went ahead and took him on. Normally, he hides in the vents and pops out for quick attacks, but by hanging out at the entrance, we can just wait for him to come to us and then gun him down. We save 3 survivors that were locked up by Clint, and while going back to the safe house, we run into the twins and rescue them for even more PP. We give Jessie the med so she can treat Brad, and that wraps up case 2. And with only an hour left till case 3 starts, we wait around as the clock ticks closer. Case 3 starts, Brad stabilized, Jessie insults us, and Dr. Barnaby knows something about Santa Cabeza. We are going to try and find Isabella again, but we have to wait another 4 hours until we can go after her. In the meantime, we show Kent the photo from earlier, and we also got the scoop for Joe. Before heading over there, we give Ronald some food to get him to join up with us. We fit him with a shotgun and then take the shortcut to Wonderland Plaza and go take on Joe. She is pretty tanky, but she's extremely easy due to her lack of mobility. At this level, we can easily outrun her. Get a few shotgun shots off on her and then just keep running. Ronald joins the fight halfway through, and it's an easy kill, allowing for us to rescue 4 more survivors. 3 more survivors. When loading back into Paradise Plaza, the Cult of the True Eye has spawned. We take this moment to do some target practice against the cultists, and then rescue Jennifer from getting sacrificed. We get back to the safe house right on time with case 4 starting. We see Isabella riding a motorcycle around the North Plaza, so it's time to go after her. This works out perfectly, as I was practically out of guns at this point, so we were going to need to stop by the gun store in the North Plaza anyway. I accidentally triggered the Isabella fight early, and so I went into Sean's food and stuff to get some healing items, and she just ran away, so I mission failed. That's embarrassing. Well, I reload back an autosave and then go back into Paradise Plaza and stock up on orange juice. I then head back into North Plaza the correct way and head over to the gun store. Something I should mention now is that the cultists are now in clusters around the mall, and they can be deadly if I leave them unchecked. If we get captured, we lose all of our items, and the only way to escape is killing all the cultists. But there's a problem. No guns inside the hideout, so if we get caught, it's essentially a soft lock for this run. So we need to make sure to kill the cultists whenever, or at least sprint past them quickly. If we do decide to kill them, it takes a lot of ammo to deal with them, so we will most likely need to make more frequent trips to the gun store. We grab 3 shotguns, 2 pistols, and a rifle inside of a pear tree. Weird place to put one, but I'm not the owner, so I won't judge. We trigger the Isabella fight for real, and with our new arsenal, it's extremely easy. Just stand on the scaffolding and take shots at her with the shotgun down below. She goes down and we get some more information. Carlito brought the zombies here as a message of what happened in Santa Cabeza. She tells us to interview him and will bring him to us around midnight. So, in classic Dead Rising fashion, we have a lot of time to kill, till case 5 starts. So, I think it's a prime opportunity to kill some psychopaths and rescue some survivors. I said some, not all. We enter into the entrance plaza and watch as Thomas gets peer pressured into trying to shoot us. The sniper family is actually pretty tough at first. They do large chunks of damage, and getting in close isn't that easy with 3 snipers shooting you. However, once you do get in close, it's a very easy fight. We just got to run them down with shotguns and pistols. However, my game crashed, so now I have to do it all over again. Think of your family, Thomas. Afterwards, I go grabbing the survivors in the entrance plaza and escort them to the safe room. We still have around 4 hours till Case 5 starts, so I just burn time until it's 12 AM. Since it's a new day, the convicts respawn, but we ignore them for now, but we will be coming back. Very, very soon. We enter the North Plaza and meet a fellow challenge runner named Kendall. He joins up with us, and we go to the spot to meet with Isabella. It doesn't look like she's gonna show up, but then she bursts through the door with a zombie. Carlito shot her, and we need to get her back to the safe house. So we lift her up on our back and have Kendall be our bodyguard. It's a short walk back to the safe house, and once there, we complete Case 5. We don't have long until Case 6 starts, so I think it's time to take care of the cultist once and for all. We head back outside and take care of the convicts once again. We pick up the heavy machine gun and head back into Paradise Plaza and then Colby's Movie Land. The heavy machine gun works wonders on the cultists, and we start the fight with Sean. Sean is one of the hardest and fastest bosses in Dead Rising, so he's able to quickly close the distance, which makes us lose the heavy machine gun. Luckily, we still have the submachine gun from earlier, so all we need to do is put distance between us and shoot. Sean goes down, which makes it so there'll be no more cultists onward. We untie all of the survivors and haul ass to the safe room before Case 6 begins. Case 6 begins right as we get back. Isabella explains that there was no drug trade in Santa Cabeza, and instead, a zombie livestock experiment gone wrong. Dr. Barnaby confirms this before turning into a zombie. Frank splits with mitosis, and Brad puts Barnaby down for good. With the ever so short Case 6 done, we have a pretty big waiting period until Case 7. I use this opportunity to stock up on guns and healing items. Inside the gun store, 3 survivors spawned in, and after they shoot me for like 4 minutes while I try and talk with them, they join up. I stock up on guns and head back to the safe house. Right as I was about to head back in, I got the call for the psychopath battle against Paul. So, I zone into Wonderland Plaza from the shortcut and take him on. He's incredibly easy. Our shotguns melt his health bar, and since we don't need to get close to him, we don't even get hit. Unfortunately, I can't put him out since that would count as, using something other than a gun, so, sorry. We burn time until Case 7 starts. Carlito is cornered and plans to detonate his bombs in the maintenance tunnel to spread the virus worldwide. This can't happen, so we're going to have to venture into the maintenance tunnels and stop him. Hold on, the maintenance tunnels? The place crawling with zombies? The place I can't drive in because that would involve me killing zombies with something other than a gun. Fuck. Well, that's going to have to wait because first we need to do the psychopath battle with Kent. We show up on time, and this was the hardest fight of this run by far. Now, it wasn't like hard, just annoying, I guess. Kent rushes you down and makes you fall over, and his pistol stun locks you. But overall, the strategy for these fights doesn't change. Just mow him down with his shotgun, and yeah, he goes down. We help Tad up, but I have no intention of saving him. So I stock up on healing items and go through Leisure Park to end up inside the maintenance tunnels. Inside the tunnels, they are packed with zombies, so we're going to have to get constantly grabbed while running to all 5 bombs. That's not even the worst part. We then have to watch out for Carlito, who's trying to run us over and blow us up with grenades. The saving grace is his really bad AI. You can easily get him to run into the walls and then just shoot him down. Once Carlito's dead, Brad goes after him and leaves the bombs to us. Not a whole lot to say here. It's a lot of running around and shooting zombies, so, you know. Once all 5 bombs are collected, we can get them outside and they then blow up. Brad and Carlito face off one final time, and unfortunately, Carlito gets the best of Brad and pushes him outside of the room, surrounding him in a bunch of zombies. This cutscene always hurts to watch. I put Brad down as one final goodbye and head back to the security room. The final case begins as we plan to track down Carlito Keys for the final time, and end this nightmare once and for all. Isabella says we can go to his hideout and look at his laptop for any other plans he might have. We make it to the hideout, which is right next to the gun store, so, you know, that's handy. We find a laptop, but it's password protected, and that's stopping us from being able to turn off the jamming device. Just, I don't know, destroy the damn thing. Whatever. We get a call to come back to the safe house, so once again, we stock up on guns and make our way over. Carlito was kidnapped inside the maintenance tunnels, so for the final time, we chase Carlito down. Back down to the maintenance tunnels we go. We go inside the meat processing plant and fight Larry, the butcher, hanging up Carlito. This starts the fight with him, and he's the most tanky psychopath. But with 3 shotguns, we can shoot him and then back away before shooting again. We repeat this, and he goes down. You know, I'm starting to get the feeling that this isn't really that much of a challenge run. We get Carlito down, and he hands us the locket around his neck and then dies. What a dick. We head back to the hideout and then tell Isabella of Carlito's death, and she's figured out the password and deactivates the jammer. Jesse calls Homeland Security, and we head back to the safe house to escape Willamette. However, as we head back, Jesse calls us and tells us that the government is covering up the Willamette incident, just like Santa Cabeza, and how the military will arrive at midnight for cleanup. Just as we get close to the safe house, we get the final cutscene with Jesse as the military is taking her into custody. However, she was infected and ended up eating the military soldiers. We put zombie Jesse to rest and spend the rest of our time waiting for the helicopter to land. The helicopter is here and unfortunately crashes into the clock tower in Leisure Park. I sure hope that opens up a path for us to escape. We lose hope and hold X to die faster. Isabella saves us right as we were about to get bit, but unfortunately we pass out and find out that we got bit anyway. So, thanks for nothing, Isabella! Oh, but she can make us a cure, and that's cool too, I guess. We have a big collectathon to do, something that the Dead Rising games went away from in the rest of the series. Right? Either way, the biggest problem is now the mall is cleared of zombies. This isn't the bad part, but now the mall roams with the military, and they are not easy to kill. They can easily stun lock you and kill you if you're not careful, and they take multiple shotgun shots to kill. However, the one plus side to this is we can grab 2 more guns, the assault rifle and rocket launcher. I'm counting it, you. They are both excellent at taking down the military and will become our 2 new favorite weapons to use. Sorry, shotgun. I'll miss you, buddy. We go around to all the different locations to get everything we need. I grabbed a few rocket launchers along the way, which really helped against the really dense areas of soldiers. After we get back, we get some more exposition and need to go near the clock tower to set up the backup generator. Yeah, no problem. Oh wow, look at that, a way out. Anyway, we grab the generator and the spooky evil helicopter spawns, and we quickly turn it into a firework. We head back and give Isabella the generator. Lastly, all we need are some queens and we can make it into a suppressant. This spawns zombies throughout the whole mall, and all we need to do is look for these zombies scratching their necks so we can harvest the queens. I grab a shotgun to deal with these zombies without having to waste ammo on the better guns. After just a loop and a half going through the North Plaza, I had enough queens to give Isabella, and with this all done, it's about time we enter into the endgame, so we prep with healing items and guns. Isabella makes a perfume to make these zombies ignore us, so we can slip right in and out of the tunnel and make it outside to stop Carlito's plan and get the truth out. The tunnel is essentially an easy run through. There is a section where I can't be next to Isabella, but we can just hold most of the zombies off the AR, so it's not a problem. At the end, we open a gate to get to a car, and this starts off a fight with the XM3 prototype tank. This is an incredibly easy fight. All we need to do is shoot the flashing green lights. The tank stops and out pops the final boss, Brock. He gives some speech, blah blah blah. Anyway, if you've gotten here before in Dead Rising, you will know that this final fight with Brock can only be done with your fists. No healing, no weapons, just you v Brock. Now, how the hell are we supposed to do this with no guns? Well, I've come up with 3 solutions. First, use Frank's built-in guns and beat the hell out of Brock. The double lariat move can essentially be spammed, leading to a very quick end for Brock. Method 2. You can mix a condiment and some cooking oil to make a Spitfire. A Spitfire is a type of gun, so, it's close enough, I suppose. Well, either way, chug it before getting into the truck, and as long as you can kill the XM3 prototype quickly, you can use the Spitfire inside the fight with Brock, which is an absolute free win, as you can stunlock him after getting him on his knees once. And method 3, which is the most legit way to do it, is to buy a Wii Online and a copy of Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop, wait for both of them to show up, and then replay through the entire of the game on a worse port, on a worse console, making sure to kill Brock with a gun. That was a waste of fucking time. So yeah, turns out guns are really good in Dead Rising 1, and they can completely carry you through the entire game. Hi. I'm going to keep this one kind of short, at least I'll try to at least. Very fun run. I had a fun time recording the entire thing. I've been very burnt out on Dark Souls content lately, so for now I'm going to kind of branch away from that and just do some other runs. I don't really know what I'm going to do next. I have some other runs, especially some more Dead Rising ideas, but I don't know if I really want to jump right back into another Dead Rising run. But overall, this was a very fun run. Yes, I did play through the entire game on the Wii. I bought a Wii for this stupid bit, and I replayed through the entire thing. and it was terrible. It is such a shit port, but I did it, and I like it in kind of like a fucked up Stockholm Syndrome way. But, overall, yeah. I mean, it wasn't really like a challenge run, per se. I mean, that's why it's called Breaking Dead Rising. Originally, it was supposed to just be a challenge run, but totally wasn't. And I know the remaster, or the remake, or whatever you want to call it, it is a little easier. Not a little, it is easier, but, I wanted to play the remake because it's the remake and it's cool. So, I don't know. But thank you for watching. Thank you to the supporters that are on screen now, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!